Shabbat Shalom, everybody. And happy Tu B'Shvat. Thanks, Mom.
Happy Tu B'Shvat.
Thank you, Cantor. Well, it is nice to be here with all of you. If we were in Israel and celebrating Tu B'Shvat, we might be able to see the first blossoms forming on the almond tree, and we really get to witness spring unfolding in a different way in Israel than we do, say, here in the greater Philadelphia area. However, we have lots of other green things to celebrate, like the eagles. Some of us were at the parade today, not me. Too many people and too cold, but guys, Misha, Yarden, how was it? Good. Anybody else at the parade today? Brave enough? Anybody watch it on TV? All right, there we go. All right, go birds. Well, it's wonderful to be together. Cantor Farron Rudnick, Rabbi Kevin Kleinman, Rabbi Eric Malo, I think everybody knows me, Rabbi Jerry Newberg. But let's just take a moment, since we're doing things a little differently this evening, to introduce ourselves. If you came with people you know, then maybe get up from your table and go to a different table and introduce yourselves. Don't be shy. It's a synagogue. So, now that we've made all these wonderful introductions, a little guidance for the food on your table. The popcorners are for snacking. The baby carrots and hummus are for snacking. Everything else you have to hold off on, please. But we'll get there, I promise. So if you know this, sing along. If you don't know it, you will catch on. And feel free to animate our song, the tree song, for Tu B'Shvat, the birthday anniversary of trees.
So, rabbis, I'm going to need your help. We grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow. Do 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 Tu B'Shvat. So repeat after me. I've got a friend who comforts me. I'm a kid. And it's a tree. And it's a tree. We grow. We grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow. Two. Do 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 Tu B'Shvat. All right, so what kind of tree are we gonna be? Be a tall tree. Be a small tree. I really need to see you be trees, everybody. We got to get into it. What kind of a tree?
Wait, Jacob, what kind of tree? An apple tree.
An apple tree. Be a cherry tree.
Myrtle tree?
Myrtle tree. How about a happy tree? Sorry, I keep hitting that. How about a sad tree? A weeping willow. We grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow. On my birthday, thank you, we eat a lot. On its birthday, it's Tu B'Shvat. We grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, we grow to be Shvat.
We join together in the lighting of the Shabbat candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Tomorrow morning, God willing, 3 more hostages will be released. And we will still then have 73 of our people trapped in Gaza. And so we continue to light these candles, representative of each and every soul who is not able to be with their loved ones on this Shabbat, not able to celebrate the beauty and sanctity of Tu B'Shvat. So if you would kindly join us to light one of these candles for those still held in captivity.
You know the Heimlich maneuver.
So this evening is what the kids these days call a mashup. Do we still use that term, guys? Yeah? Okay. So it's a mashup of Shabbat services and Tu B'Shvat. And I talked to our friend and colleague who we were in rabbinic school with this morning, and he said, oh, you're doing Tu B'Shabbat. Somebody else already got that in here?
Hannah said it earlier today.
Good job, Hannah. Well done. So, because we are doing Tu B'Shvat, we're going to join together in Hamotzi. Everyone has a challah on their table. It's under the very Tu B'Shvat looking napkins. There are 7 species that are connected to the land of Israel: wheat, barley, olives, figs, dates, pomegranates, and did I say grapes? You did. Oh, I always do this. Did I say figs?
Figs, yeah.
I said olives, because I don't like olives. No such thing. Wheat, barley, olives, figs, dates, grapes, pomegranates. That's all. I got them all 7. I just had bad counting. So we have wheat represented with the challah. We have olives represented by the olive oil. There's a little za'atar sprinkled on top. Not a shivat minim, not one of the 7 species, but very Israeli. And there's cheese and crackers on the table over here if you would like to partake of that as well. So we join together in reciting Hamotzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Amen and b'te'avon. And because it's been a whole year since we celebrated Tu B'Shvat, because that's how the Jewish calendar works, we join together in singing Shehechianu, our blessing of gratitude.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Amen.
We continue now with our call to worship, Baruch Hu. Please rise.
Baruchu et Adonai hamivorach. Baruch Adonai hamivorach leolam va'ed.
We join together in our blessing of creation. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who spoke and created the night. You put the stars in the sky and created day and night. You roll the light away from darkness and the darkness away from the light. Baruch atah Adonai, hamariv aravim.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
You may be seated. So, as we mentioned, there are 7 species, Shivat Minim, of Tu B'Shvat, of the land of Israel, and this is where it comes from. So let's join together in these verses of Deuteronomy. For Adonai, your God, is bringing you into a good land, a land with streams and springs and fountains issuing from plain and hill, a land of wheat and barley, of vines, figs, and pomegranates, a land of olive trees and honey, a land where you may eat food without stint, where you will lack nothing, a land whose rocks are iron and from whose hills you can mine copper. When you have eaten your fill, give thanks to Adonai, your God, for the good land which God has given you. And just by way of explanation, honey is not bee honey, it is date honey, of which we have some up here.
I was a slide ahead of myself. Thank you. If you, sorry, I thought there was, sorry. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen chaim.
Now we're there. Oh.
I think it's after this.
Okay, sorry, I was ready for you to sing. All right, so 7 species of Tu B'Shvat and the 4 realities of creation. Rabbi Molly, you want to do it? Oh, you look very excited about this slide. It is fun. All right. So the Tu B'Shvat Seder comes from the Kabbalists, and it was helped to connect us to creation and to all of the mystical realities of the world. So we have asiyah, which is action. So these are physical fruits with inedible shells, such as, now, Gordon, this is your cue. Yes, a tangerine. Then we have yetzirah, formation, fruits with pits, which is the dates. Excellent. Then we have bria, creation, fruits that are entirely edible. Not apricots. Grapes, yep. And atzilut, radiance, which is the world of pure spirit, and it's the spices. So you should have a little cup with star anise on your table, or star anise, potato. All right, so first we have that asiyah, the reality of action. The physical word, action and doing, and it's symbolized by, as we said, fruits with the inedible peel or shell, which is, here we have some tangerines, but also we have it with wheat and barley. Wheat symbolizes sustenance and wisdom and represents a staple food that nourishes and sustains life. It is seen as a metaphor for spiritual nourishment. And then we have barley, sorah, symbolizing humility and care for others. Barley was traditionally used as animal feed, reminding us of our physical nature and the need to refine it. All right, here we go. Bless you. The first fruit is hard on the outside and soft on the inside. The tough peel protects the fruit from the world and also hides what is contained within. People like this fruit may represent a tough exterior, which hides a sweet and tender interior. Who might we say falls into that category? Yes, the sabra. We start at the roots of the tree of life. These roots are hidden from us and hold potential life. Bless you. The roots are where God creates our world. And we have our blessing for the first fruit, the tangerine in our case. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri ha'etz. Dear God, creator of the world, thank you for making the fruit of the tree, and enjoy your tangerine should you wish to do so. And because Cantor has not had enough grape juice so far tonight,
No such thing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
We now move to Yitzirah. What's that? Oh, yeah. Hi, everybody. We now move to Yitzirah, the reality of formation. Yitzirah is about emotions, relationships, creativity, and growth, symbolized by fruits with inedible pits, like the olive or dates, right. The olives are dates. Okay, our species connection from that verse, the verses we read in Deuteronomy, right? We have the olives, the zayit, symbolizing resilience and light. Olive oil was used to light the menorah in the temple and remains a symbol of enduring strength. And we have the date, tamar, and the honey from that date specifically, the dvash, symbolizing sweetness and hope. Honey in the Torah refers to date syrup, a reminder of the sweetness of life and the promised land given by God to Israel, as in a land flowing with milk and date honey, right? So, the second fruit is edible on the outside and has a hard inner pit. People with a strong heart and a steely interior have the strength to push forward and achieve their vision. When these hard seeds are planted, new life emerges. These seeds represent potential growth. We move up the tree of life to the trunk, and God draws up the plans of what God wants to build. Let's say our blessing together over the dates. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri ha'etz. Amen. Patei avon. We'll join together for Eretz Zavat Chalav, a land flowing with milk and honey.
Eretz Zavat Chalav, Chalav udvash, 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 Eretz Zavat Chalav, Zavat Chalav udvash, Eretz Zavat Chalav, Zavat Chalav udvash, Eretz Zavat Chalav, 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 Zavat Chalav udvash, Eretz Zavat Chalav, Zavat Chalav udvash.
And since this is the Jewish Arbor Day, we're going to take some advice, some Jewish advice from a tree. Who'd like to read some Jewish advice from a tree? Any volunteers? Any takers? Should we read them together? Oh, Simon, go ahead. Stand tall and proud, like a tree. All right, what's our second one? Yeah. Go out on a limb. Funny joke, right? Okay, who wants to read our third one? Yes. Reflect the light of a greater source. Thank you. All right, our fourth one. Oh, that is louder. Yes, sir. Remember your roots. All right, and last but not least, what was that? Enjoy the view. Absolutely. All right, well, with that advice, to stand strong and proud, we continue together with the Song of the Sea, which embodies standing tall and proud. Micha mocha.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורא דינון עושה פלא, נורא דינון עושה לעולם ועד. מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע ים, לפני משה מרים. זה אלינו ואמרו, זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורא דינות עושה פלא, נורא דינות עושה
we take a moment now to think of all of those in need of healing? Healing of body, healing of spirit, and healing of mind. And we pray for the speedy healing and comfort of David ben Meir Batya, Rachel Hannah bat Rivka, Yaakov ben Tova, Ashley Ballou Bonema, Ellen Brodkin, Bernie Bronstein, Nate Sugarman, Mel Claver, Stanley Cohen, Peg Collins, Gloria Stanus, Marvin Garber, Alexander Gendler, S. Warren Gross, Perry Goldlust, Ethel Greenberg, Mark Halpern, Merwin Landay, Merle McAllister, Bonnie McKenna, Fred McKenna, David Meltzer, Rick Pirates, Terry Rivas, Bob Seeley, Barry Sokol, Ian Spector, Helen Subio, and Luca Zutchman. We continue together with Misha Berach, our prayer for healing.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mikol HaBracha Ve'imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mikol HaBracha Avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
We continue together with our central prayer, tefillah. Please rise in body or spirit.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chastei Avod v'Imahot, U'mevig Ula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem. Mechakel Chaim Mechesed, Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umidom Melach, Melech Meimit U'Mechaye, U'Matzmiach Yeshua, V'Ne'eman Ata L'Hachayot HaKol, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. Okay.
A story about a carob tree. Once upon a time, Honi saw an old man planting a carob tree with the help of his grandchild. Honi laughed. "Foolish man," he said, "do you think this tree will still be, do you think you will still be alive to eat the fruit of the tree?" The old man replied, "I found trees in the world when I was born. My grandparents planted them for me. So, too, I am planting for my grandchildren." Honi fell asleep. When he woke up, he saw a young man harvesting carob in the same spot. "Are you the man who planted this tree?" he asked. "No, my grandfather planted it," said the young man, "and I hope to plant some for my own grandchildren." Honi realized he had slept for 70 years, and he realized how smart it is to plant trees. We'll continue now with our prayer for peace, praying for peace for ourselves, for our community, for our country, and our world, with the words of Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam.
We take a moment together in the sacredness of Shabbat, in the sacredness of our congregational gathering place, for a moment of silent prayer and reflection.
Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen.
So this was not an originally scheduled part of this evening. We were supposed to have a chef here to do a demonstration of some recipe that would incorporate the 7 species, or at least some of the 7 species. And obviously things happen and people have to cancel. I was crestfallen when our chef canceled on us literally this morning. But it is literally the best reason I have ever heard, ever. And that is, so the woman who is supposed to be with us is the woman who owns Nana's Kitchen. Her name is Gladys. And we're very fortunate that she has 2 daughters who are both involved in our congregation. They're a wonderful family. They've lived in Israel. They spent many, many years there, and they have family that that they have been with all of. They're very close family friends, but essentially, when you have very close family friends, they are your chosen family. And so they have this adopted son who has been held hostage in Israel for all of these days, 500 plus days. He is, God willing, one of the hostages who will be released tomorrow morning. So she is with her family, quite understandably. So now you're stuck with me. So here's what we're going to do tonight. This is hands-on fun. And I watched Wheel of Fortune last night with my in-laws, and my father-in-law, and he's here, said, do you think Vanna White has a degree for this? And I said, yeah, she has a PhD in letter turning. And my darling husband has a PhD in sous chefing. So he is going to be my lovely assistant this evening. And what we are doing this evening is making granola. So we're not using all 7 species, but we've got a bunch of them. So oats is not one of the 7 species, I'm afraid to say. But with the oats, we are going to be using olive oil. We are going to be using wheat germ. We've got dates and figs, so that gets us to 4. We also, and grapes, because we've got raisins. So 5 out of the 7 is pretty good. And what's great about granola is, once you get the hang of it, is sort of infinitely adaptable. There's no nuts here because, not knowing fully who would be attending, we obviously don't want to put anyone at risk. But there are sunflower seeds, but sunflower seeds are much more friendly, yes. And there's cinnamon, which is not one of the 7 species, but as Rabbi Malo pointed out before, this sense of spices to go along with that. So we check a lot of boxes with the granola. So this is up to you how you want to do it. But my darling husband, this is Eric.
Not just a pretty face. Not just a pretty face.
Nope, not just a pretty face. He's going, Mr. Perfect, yes.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom.
When I married Eric, I was told I was marrying the crown prince, the king. And then I had the firstborn grandchild who supplanted him as emperor. Anyway, Eric, the lovely Eric, not just another pretty face, is going to take my lovely bowl here. And he is going to take the plastic cup that's adjacent to it. And he is going to go over to the oats and put in 3 cups. So the recipe is 3 cups of oats, and the empty plastic cup that's on your table is, technically it's 9 ounces, but what's an ounce or 2 between friends? So 3 cups of oats you're gonna put. Everyone's got your bowl, you've got a spoon and a knife. The knife is going to be used to cut up the fruit, the dried fruit, should you wish to cut it up. And the bowl is to stir everything. So if you wanna go get your oats, you can go get your oats. And then the lovely Eric is going to bring over the 2 smaller cups that I filled up already over there, please. You need... No. It's on your table, Pop-Pop. Yeah, bring what I filled up already, please. So for our friends at home, 3 cups of oats, 1 cup of dried fruit, and 1 cup of nuts or seeds. And you mix it all together with some Seasoning, I like cinnamon, but if you prefer nutmeg or vanilla, have at it. So we're going to wait for everyone to get their 3 cups of oats ready to go. After 3 cups of oats, there's a small cup over there. Fill it with olive oil first, and then fill it with honey, and add whatever wheat germ and sunflower seeds you want to add. And for those of you at home, I've got the wheat germ and sunflower seeds in here. And for anyone who wants to have a little extra fun, I do have some date syrup here if you want to try that in your granola. My darling husband, would you kindly rejoin me? Yeah. However much wheat germ you like. I would do it like 2 tablespoons maybe of the wheat germ. Keep in mind you don't want it too wet because then it will take forever to bake. All right. For those of you who are sitting at the table, you might want to start cutting up some of the dried fruit to add. There's a plastic knife that cuts it up. All right, any questions, folks? You've got the oats, you've got the wheat germ, you've got the sunflower seeds, cinnamon, honey, olive oil, and the dried fruit. No grapes. That would not go well in the oven. All right. So hopefully everyone has baggies to pack it up. When you get it home, you need to bake it. Well, you don't have to, but it will taste better if you do, and it will be a better consistency. But whatever floats your boat is up to you. So you are going to spread it on a cooking sheet. I highly recommend lining the cooking sheet with parchment paper. Makes for very easy cleanup. You're gonna bake it at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Halfway through, stir it up. Call me or email me if you have any questions. All right, are we good? Any questions about the granola? Looks delicious. Thank you, Cantor. All right, well, that was our adventure in Tu B'Shvat cooking. All right.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
So we move to the world of Bria, the reality of creation. Bria can mean intellect, clarity, and the wisdom of creation. It's symbolized in our Tu B'Shvat Seder with fruits that are entirely edible, which include figs, symbolizing peace and prosperity. The fig tree is often associated with abundance and a sense of security, as in every person sitting under their own vine and fig tree. We have Rimon pomegranates, symbolizing righteousness and mitzvot. Tradition holds that a pomegranate contains 613 seeds, though if you ever counted, that could be a fun activity, corresponding to the 613 commandments in the Torah. And lastly, we have grapes, geffen, symbolizing joy and our connection to God. Wine made from grapes is used in many Jewish rituals for celebrations and for sanctification. The third fruit is soft on the inside and outside and is entirely edible. These fruits are eaten in their entirety and nothing is wasted. They represent a focused effort to get things built and accomplished. We stretch out to the branches on the tree of life. This is where we build together with God. So you can take an item that is entirely edible. Grapes will work. or apricots. Perfect. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri ha'etz. And if you look that direction as I'm standing and you notice our ark, you may not notice when you're sitting closer, but it looks very much like this third world of the branches we're putting on the tree, if you could see the tree in the ark. And we'll go to our fourth cup of wine or juice.
It's like Passover Seder. The last two come fast and furious. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri ha'gafen l'chaim.
L'chaim. Moving on to the fourth and final reality, the reality of radiance called Atzilut, which means spirituality, divine connection, and pure essence. And it's symbolized by the aromatic spice. The species connection with grapes. Grapes are pressed into wine, a transformation from physical fruit to a new, refined form, from body to spirit, with a fruity bouquet. The fourth fruit is an aromatic spice. We can read together. We do not eat the spice, but rather we inhale its scent. We are enjoying something that we cannot see or feel. Smelling these spices creates very powerful connections and memories. We've arrived at the leaves of the tree of life. This is God's inspiration to create the world. And we say the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei minei v'samim. Dear God, creator of the world, thank you for making different types of spices. We remember people we loved and respect who are now gone. We think of people we loved and people who were loving and righteous. This Shabbat, we remember in our congregational family those who have passed away in the last 30 days on our Shloshim list. Sharon Rode, Douglas Kowitz, Elliot Voron, Stanley Kaplan, Maria S. Rojas, Carol Rankin, Wendy Haas, and Geraldine Rothman. We also remember on the yard site the yearly anniversary of death. Rosine Ambar, Leonard Barone, Ruth Bladen, Mary Bronstein, Louis Claver, Betty Cohen, Bern Corwin, Louis Dickman, Elizabeth Eingorn, Pearl Epstein, Louis L. Feinseth, Maurice Feynman, Helen Fink, Dorothy Foreman, Ann S. Friedman. We recall with the tenderness of memory Miriam Glessman, Aliza Goldberg, Alan Goretsky, Evelyn Greenberg, Leonard Greenspun, Katie Grossman, Jan Heineman, Jordan A. Katz, Yetta Keller, Eugene Kleeman, Jean Klein, Martin Less, Alan Margolis, Ruka Sage Marks, Mary Morgan McKinney, Barbara Meerwitz, Florence Nathans, Philip Newman. And we think fondly of Gertrude Orloff, Milton Perlin, Jean R. Robinson, David Rodman, Albert Roomberg, Florence Roseman, Evelyn Rudenstein, Risa O. Rudney, Teresa Abram Samuel, Rita Scharf, Louis Siegel, Adolph Schwartz, Anita Silver Ender, Irvin S. Silvers, Lillian Singer, Pearl Stein, Morton M. Sturm, Charles L. Tabas, Heyman Thorner, Eileen Tratner, Beth Weisdorp, Herbert Waxman, Louis Weinstock, Rupert Whitman, and Gert Zerstein. Zichronan Livracha, may all of their memories bless us. It is our custom to rise together if we are able to recite the words of the mourner's Kaddish. Yitzgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yamad yivrach v'ruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, B'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechal Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizmin kariv ve'imru Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah Mevarach La'olam Olamei Almaya, Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh, V'yithadar V'yitalev V'yitalal Shmei Dekudsha Barichu, Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tushbachata V'nechamata, Da'miram B'alma V'imru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru Amen. Osei Shalom B'mramav, Huya Osei Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru Amen.
From our Board of Trustees this evening, we are grateful to have Dave Krupnick with us to share this week's announcements.
Okay. Got it. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you to Rabbi Newberg, Rabbi Malo, Rabbi Kleinman, Kenner Rudnick, for leading us in a beautiful service this evening, and a special shout out to Rabbi Eric for his assistance in pivoting for our program tonight. I want to call to your attention some very exciting upcoming programs and special events. Join Rabbi Malo. Join Rabbi Malo at 9 a.m. tomorrow for Torah study, followed by our Shabbat morning service. Both Torah study and services will be in person and on Zoom. Purim is coming, and Sisterhood will be selling Shalach Manot again, and I hope they continue with the peanut chew tradition. There is no better way to spread joy and let your friends and loved ones know you're thinking of them. Check your email and for instructions to place an order. Join Rabbi Sussman on Zoom Thursday, February 20th at 12 p.m. to discuss the special relationship between American Jews and U.S. presidents. We are collecting new and unopened boxes of period products for the Mitzvah Care Foundation ahead of our annual Repro Shabbat on Friday, February 21st. Come in from the Cold Curtis concert will be Sunday, February 23rd at 3 p.m. MLRT is proud to partner with Curtis Institute of Music for an hour-long concert. The February edition of the MLRT Beer and Wine Social Club, one of my most favorite activities, will be Sunday, February 23rd at 7 p.m. at the Tired Hands Brewery in Ardmore. Save the date. Saturday, March 1st will be our Be Inspired Bash, honoring Kerry and Dave Hempen and Jenny and Sam Nemrod. Play a winning hand at our casino night, along with dinner and dancing. Tickets are on sale. The Sisterhood Bargain Boutique returns at the end of March. Collection will begin on March 23rd. Start organizing your jewelry, accessories, and clothes. Rabbi Newberg will be leading the community adult paper clips trip to the Children's Holocaust Memorial in Whitwell, Tennessee on May 5th. Please reach out if you are interested in registering or getting more information. You will find complete information about our upcoming programs in the bulletin, e-news, and on our website. Wishing everyone a peaceful and happy week. Congratulations to our Eagles, and I hope some of you made it to Broad Street this morning. I did not, but I'm sure we were all there in spirit. So, Shabbat Shalom.
So we have one more Tu B'Shvat song for everybody, so channel your inner tree.
I want to see those hands up when we say, raise those hands up high. We'll get there. This lovely tree standing before us, planted by someone a long time ago, someone with hope, a hope for tomorrow, with a dream of the future right here in this tree. Here you go. So raise your hands up high for all the world to see. Everyone stand up. Everyone stand up. Thank you. For trees. Slide, please. Can you do
Oh,
this
sorry,
slide?
my
Thank
bad.
you. I don't want to sing the wrong words if what you're looking at. Sorry. The thing about trees is that they're amazing. In living, they give us all that we need. They give us food, shelter, and beauty. They give us the air that we breathe. So raise your hands up high for all the world to see. Everyone stand up for trees. Now some trees are huge and some trees are tiny. Some scrape the sky and some scrape your knee. Some live a long time with rings that can prove it. Some form the table where we start the song. Now raise your hands up high for all the world to see. Everyone stand up for trees. There's beech, almond, maple, hickory, locust, chestnut, catalpa, and cedar and gum, tupelo, willow, and cypress, magnolia, sycamore, rosewood, and oak, birch, and plum, sassafras, apple, and dogwood, and poplar, persimmon, and walnut, and the old cherry tree, cottonwood, redwood, olive, and orange, all of them growing so free. So raise your hands up high for all the world to see. Everyone stand up for trees. So everyone stand up for trees.
This is our Tu B'Shvat squirrel who is enjoying almonds. As we said, Tu B'Shvat begins in Israel with the blossoms of the almond tree. Thank you all so much. Happy Tu B'Shvat. Shabbat. Oh, there's one. Well, I know, but I like the squirrel. Sorry. Rabbi Mala wants you to see this beautiful slide. But I like the squirrel. So thank you all so much for joining us. Shabbat Shalom and happy Tu B'Shvat to everyone at home. Thank you all for being here. Don't forget 350 degrees for 30 minutes, stir halfway through. Please feel free to take home the rest of the challah or whatever's on the table. And if you wouldn't mind helping throw out your garbage, that would be extremely helpful and appreciated. Shabbat Shalom.